Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Man, it's been a long day, and it's just not enough hours in the day. And I'm actually kind of tired today. But I wanted to get you guys up to speed with everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. We've gotten through practice number 4, the second padded practice. Travis Frederick ended up having a second day in pads and is getting back to where he was, and as he put it, each day is like a milestone, getting back in there is just taking another step, towards being totally back. And you got to be happy that he's back because, let's be honest, Joe Looney did a great job last year, but he's not Travis Frederick. He's not that all-pro that Travis Frederick is. And if we can get him where he was before he got sick, that's huge. Especially if it ends up being that we don't have Zeke Elliott. We'll get to that in a bit. Injury-wise, we've been pretty good with injuries. Today was the first one. Sean Lee tweaked his knee a little bit, just a mild sprain. He'll be okay in a couple of days, nothing to worry about. But, a lot of people are going to go through, and there goes Sean Lee, he's made of glass, and yada. Let's just stop it. It's just a little minor tweak. You're going to have bumps and bruises and tweaks and things like that. He's playing the strong side, which means he's only going to be responsible for playing about 25% of the time. He'll be fine. Zeke Elliott, we know he's going to Cabo. We know we got Alfred Morris, who is happy as can be to be here with the Cowboys. Now, there's a lot that's going on with the Zeke Elliott situation that we're not privy to. Zeke Elliott has been given an offer. He has yet to respond to it. Now, one thing, I'm going to let you in on a little secret is, one thing veterans hate is training camp and practice. And more times than not, they're not going to try and rush to get back. I'm just saying, nobody wants to practice. Everybody wants to play the games, but nobody really wants to practice. So his people are taking the time, mulling this over, and working on a contract. Now understand, the Dallas Cowboys don't want to just go ahead and just write checks and just have going to them blindly. They want to go through and have some things in there that help protect the team. They want to protect the player and make sure the player gets paid a fair amount, but they don't want to overpay, and they don't want to pay if the guy is not going to be there. Take a look at the Redskins. $23 million a year for this year and next year is tied up because of Alex Smith. We've gone down the road of having a lot of bad contracts, and the Cowboys are looking at right now, well, you got DeMarcus Lawrence, you got Dak Prescott, you got Amari Cooper, you got Zeke Elliott, and then next year you have Jalen Smith. It's like, whoa, we got to make sure we know what we're going to do. It's not a matter of not having the money to do it. It's about trying to get the best deal. Okay? And for all those people that say, well, they're not going to have the money to do that. But, it's kind of funny how people that are late on their rent or behind on their car payment somehow come up with enough money to buy that pair of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? If it's important to you, you will find the money to get what you want. So here we have 90 players currently on the roster. 91 if you count Zeke, but somebody will have to be released for him to come back. 53 will be the active roster. 10 will be practice squad. So that leaves 27 people that are going to have to go home. 27. Can't keep everybody. And some of these players will probably make it on other teams because our team is literally that deep. One of those guys that it's amazing that is fighting for a roster spot, and that's Taco Charlton. Will McClay, who's getting more and more vocal, It used to be Will McClay was only in the shadows. You know, we knew that he was head of scouting. But you're hearing more and more from Will McClay, and to me, he's the shadow GM. I think they've got some kind of deal. It's like, look, Will, you're head of player personnel. You're the de facto GM. We just need me, Jerry Jones, to keep the name for it, okay? But we're going to pay you a boatload of money. So Will McClay is getting more and more vocal. And he said on The Fan today that Taco's spot is not guaranteed. He's got to fight for a roster spot like everybody else. And that's where you look at Taco for the first 3 years. It's been kind of disappointing. Hopefully that lights a fire under him to step up his game. I will say this much. When you look at DeMarcus Lawrence's numbers, the first 3 years weren't that great. His second year, he had 8 sacks. He was definitely doing some good things. But overall, he was nowhere near the player he became the 4th year. And that is one of the things about pass rushers and edge rushers. Usually they don't come out the box being hell on earth. Usually takes time to develop. Now, let's hope that the DeMarcus Lawrence effect happens with Taco. But make no mistake about it. There's a lot of guys, a lot of guys that are out there that are hungry, that want have a spot on this roster, that are ready to fight tooth and nail to get on that roster. And if Taco is not one of those fighting tooth and nail and clogging with your fingernails to get that spot, buddy, he's going to be gone. And that's where we are with the Dallas Cowboys after day 4. Dak did have 2 interceptions today in practice. But one thing I will say about practice is defenses usually get it quicker than offenses. The offense, you've got new guys in there with Randall Cobb and things like that, and Jason Witten coming back. Offenses usually take more time to catch up to the defense, and they're playing against a really good defense. So I'm not going to take too much of that to heart right now, because Dak Prescott is more of a gamer than a practice guy. And what you want to do is you want to challenge guys. You want to make practice more difficult in the game, so when you get into the game, that shit's easy. So there's so many people who are losing their minds right now because of the Zeke Elliott situation. And I say it's too soon. Believe me, it's too soon to lose your mind on that one. Just relax, take it easy, trust the process, and let's let the Dallas Cowboys and Zeke Elliott's people work this thing out. And they will get it worked out, one way or the other. Seems like I just got up. And yet, another day has literally already gone by the wayside. We're down to 36 days until the opening season game. Yep. The NFL season is here, friends. Well, it's time to turn out the lights, guys. I'm going to take this old ass and these tired bones to bed. Tomorrow is another day. I want to thank everybody for all the support that you give me, watching all that I do, and being part of it. I'll see all you good people first thing in the morning with Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, and let's hope that there's nothing to report. I'll see you guys soon.